Okay, welcome. So, the title of our show is Heroic Victory for, not mixed victory, loss for Man U. Man U played well. What was their expected goals from the way they played? They outperformed Arsenal in chances, and they had more expected goals. What was the number they had for expected goals?
I think it was 1.05.
Yeah, so they were expected. I mean, overall, by the computations, they outplayed Arsenal. But Arsenal got away with parking the bus. They also got away with their usual scoring from set pieces. From what we can see, for Man U City should be happy because it looks like Amorim has the team structurally sound. Also, in Arsenal's favor, their defense played very well, and because Man U had more chances to shoot, the goalkeeper played well, and Arsenal's defensive structure was good, as it was 2 years ago when they barely lost out to Man City. But I think the main difference was that Man U just missed some chances, which you can't do in an elevated when you're playing at home and you have the fans behind you. You have to take those chances. What do you think, Afolabi?
Yeah, I agree with you. Man U was very profligate in front of goal. They should have taken their chances. They were by far the better team. Arsenal looked very, very lethargic. They were slow. The second balls, they weren't picking it up. And I believe that they need to improve quickly to get something going in this season.
Yeah, I think they need a creative midfielder, to be honest with you. What do you think? Somebody like Eze or somebody.
Yeah.
If you look at the... Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah, but it appears Eze is going to Tottenham now. You're right about that, because they were bereft of any kind of creativity in the game today.
Yeah, and that made a very big... But what do you think about... Then we'll go to Kunle, because Kunle's a Man U fan, but you're a Man U fan too. How do you think about the team, though? It looks like structurally they're sound, and there was a lot of good linking up with the forward line and the midfield, and with the wings. They were linking up very well. So it's too close. It's too soon to say whether it was just a one-shot thing. But the team looks like it's much more solid this year.
Yes, I agree with you.
What do you think, Afolabi?
The expectations are different. Arsenal has to win the league. Man United has to finish 6th or 7th. So my pity is for Arsenal, because if they don't get their acts together and start to score goals, it's going to affect them, because last season it was because Liverpool scored more goals that they didn't win the league. And they have played against Manchester United. Manchester United put in a good shift. They outpossessed them. They had more chances. But because of the goalkeeping error from the corner kick, Man United lost the game.
Yeah.
So Manchester United will be content to finish 6th or 7th. But Arsenal have to win the league. So they have to improve.
Yeah.
The shadow of doubt.
And you guys said it. You guys said it coming into this game. The goalkeeper is a serious issue for Man U, and you see that you guys were like profit. What do you thought?
I mean, I had said before this game started, that when it comes to goalkeeping, Man United is Dracula FC. They can't handle crosses. Okay, someone said, "Oh yeah, but Onana is not there." Bayinda is worse than Onana. I would have preferred Onana to Bayinda. Both of them are rubbish. We went through an entire charade of looking like we were going to get Donnarumma, and we went through an entire charade of looking like we were going to get a younger keeper. If you look at the game, the goalkeeper, it was a tale of two keepers. I'm not saying that the Arsenal keeper was superb. He's just a top 10 keeper, does his normal job on a shift, and he puts in enough saves to keep a clean sheet. If Bayinda was the same, that corner should have been nothing. It was a nothing corner to a world-class keeper. That was the difference. But even on a normal day, even if United was at its best and had everybody going for it on a top game against Arsenal early in the season, nobody can come and tell me, even if this was a treble-winning Man United season team, they could still lose to Arsenal.
Yeah, you're right.
So you have to look at it from that. So when you now look at it properly from the point of, okay,
did he break up?
So how did we perform? We outperformed Arsenal. It's a counter-attacking team, and we were forced to now play on the front foot when we went a goal down. We maintained the chances. Their goalkeeper saved far more difficult chances than what Bayinda had to save, and he had to save far more shots than Bayinda had to make.
Yeah, the goalkeeper was the man of the match.
Yeah.
Yes. We broke Arsenal's defenses on numerous occasions. However, there is some issues in our midfield. I mean, we did not seem to have enough energy. energy in the midfield. Bruno is not the midfielder. Casemiro doesn't have the energy to keep up with 90 minutes of Premier League football anymore. Ugarte, as we saw, he made the pass where he didn't even have enough time to look up, and he passed to someone, and Maguire almost picked up a yellow card within the first few seconds. They had to stop.
And you're missing your number 6, that black guy from Ghana. What's his name?
Menu.
The other guy
Menu was on the bench. So I mean, when you look at the team, there's a lot to look forward to. But without a goalkeeper,
I
have my doubts as to whether United can get into the top 5. But from what I saw today, I do believe that we're between 4th and 6th, I think, this season. If we get a goalkeeper...
4th is audacious. That's kind of audacious, but I think definitely top 2.
If we get a goalkeeper, 4th. If we get a goalkeeper, if we got Baleba, apparently Baleba is not coming anymore. It's changed his mind. Yeah. As soon as that came down, I was like, with Baleba, it's 50-50 on 5th. Without Baleba, we're lucky to get 5th. We're probably...
All right. Okay, so we have to move on because we're pressed for time.
With Baleba and the goalkeeper, we can get 4th.
Okay, good. Thank you, Kunle. What are your thoughts, Mr. Warif?
Okay, well, Arsenal got the 3 point, but to me as an Arsenal fan, I was never satisfied. And I'll continue saying it. Arteta is not the right man that will give Arsenal trophies. Why did I say so? Now you got one of the best strikers in the world, if I should say that. How do you expect that guy to deliver when your midfield, your creative midfield, they are not supplying the ball? And Odega is zero. Martinelli is 0. And how can you, Odega, with all his nonsense, he still played 90 minutes when you have one area on the bench? So how do you want to win the league? If not for our
he's stubborn.
He's so biased. He's not a tactical coach. If not that our keeper and our defense, they were good, Man U would have given us like 2-1. So I think I need to work on his midfield, creative midfield, because if you watch Gyökeres is not that kind of player to get into the midfield, fight for the ball. He's a natural striker. Yes, so I think I need to work on that. If not, Arsenal will win matches, but Arsenal will suffer. And Arsenal will never get a trophy.
It'll be like last year where they draw a lot of matches. And I saw they parked
still the same thing. Yeah. Yes, and if you watch that game, they removed Gyökeres at the, let me say, 60th minute. After they removed him, Arsenal started playing defensive game because Kai Havertz was never a threat to Manchester United. He's not skillful, nothing. But when he was there, when he was on the pitch, Arsenal were still pressing. But immediately they moved Gyökeres, the Arsenal game died completely for 30 minutes. Arsenal were defending. So, and again, for the goal that Arsenal scored, I'll blame I'll blame the goalkeeper, and I'll also blame Manchester United defenders. Why do I say I'll blame the defenders? They did not protect their goalkeeper. You don't allow your opponent to bully your goalkeeper. You're supposed to stand in between your goalkeeper and your opponent. Protect your goalkeeper. Then the goalkeeper, instead of going to punch that ball out, he now parried the ball. Raya is exactly something like that. If you watch that game again, you see Raya used his fist to punch the ball out. I think don't be surprised, Man U might end the league in maybe first 4 because they are good, their attack is good, their midfield is okay. So Arteta has a long way to go.
Yeah, he has a long way to go. I don't doubt that. What are your thoughts, Mr. Johnny?
I thought. I said hi, guys.
Hey, how's it going? Go ahead, Mr. Johnny. Yeah.
Okay. I thought Arsenal would actually destroy Man U.
Manchester United.
Yeah, Man U did better than I thought, and I was actually impressed that they actually held the game. They actually played very, very well. So I'm quite interested. It was quite interesting. I was kind of disappointed with Arsenal, but even though Arsenal won, yes, they won. I thought Arsenal was going to really gang bang and ditch, Man U because
black and blue.
but they didn't take this opportunity. Well, let's see how it goes. So
yeah, we'll see. I'll follow me, but once again, analytics. Didn't both of us say in the preview last week that the game would be won in the midfield, which it wasn't, but it would be like probably a 1-0 victory for Arsenal. That's what we said.
Yeah,
remember?
we said so.
Yeah.
We said it was.
And I said it would come down to the midfield, but in reality, Man U's midfield was actually better, but it came down to set pieces.
Yeah.
So guys got to watch our show. We get it right, man.
Nigeria should watch your show. Should watch our show.
Yeah, what are your thoughts, Rotala? Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I watched that game. I did not think Arsenal were going to beat Man U black and blue. I knew Man U were going to come in and make sure that it was going to be hard for Arsenal. The only mistake I think Man U made in that game was, like Warif said, the way they set up their defense. The defense were too close to the goalkeeper, so all the pushing and shoving, it was always good. For me, that shouldn't actually have been a goal, because when I watched it, the Arsenal guys pushed the Man U players, but because the Man U players also were too close to their keeper, they should have pushed out. They were also close on the line. You know, if they had, Arsenal are notorious for set pieces. So my opinion was Arsenal was, if they're going to win the game, it would have been on a set piece, but there was no way they were going to beat Man U black and blue. And you know, the last time I was on the show, I did say don't write off Man U. I did warn you all.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you guys were all saying they're going to be in the top 10, and I was saying, no, I don't think so. Because from Bomo,
I'm sure it's 10 or 6.
I was trying to console you and Kunle, and I was saying, no, it's not that bad, because I think that Man U actually have a good team. They have if the Man U fans can just be patient and allow them to gel, you understand? I can actually
let them cook.
Yeah, give them a chance to gel and let them play the game. They were just unlucky today, to be quite honest. Really unlucky.
Let them eat gala.
You can't, without a top keeper, you can't get top positions. No matter how good your 10 players are, if your keeper is substandard, you're not going far. So no matter how good those players are, if they don't sort out the keeping situation, we're not going far.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we need a good goalkeeper.
Okay.
And
also, man, you need to be patient with and you should fight. Be patient with in the after. Need to be patient with your corrects.
Yeah.
And I should stop being biased. Or he's not going form also.
Yeah. So, Mr. Afolabi, what about name some players who stood out for you for your team today? Because I saw some very good play coming from the wing, especially from the right wing. So speak to that. Who is your player of the game for Man U?
Yeah, basically the debutants were incredible. My player of the game was Matas Cunha. He put in a shift defensively, and it was awesome. It closed down. It was one that didn't allow Casemiro to be exposed in the midfield. His work rate was phenomenal. And then Patrick Dogu, that boy has loads of energy.
Dogu.
Tired.
Yeah.
I like Patrick Dogu.
Yeah, Patrick Dogu, the left wing back.
Dorgu.
And it was good to see Luke Shaw too. After all the injuries, he looked settled. And a lot is going to depend on Man United's players that were injured last season. If Mason Mount and Luke Shaw can stay fit, we have a chance of top 6 or top 7, really.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's very and maybe, like you said, maybe even top 4. Maybe.
From top 10. You're going up 3 places.
They've gone up on our power rankings.
Sure.
we have to have a show every week, our power rankings.
Yeah.
Right now, on my power rankings, I have maybe even Man City right now, number 1 for this week in form. What do you guys think? What do you think? Who's in your power ranking for this week, Rotala? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Number 1. Just number 1. We don't have to do number 1 to 10. Yeah.
Okay. Power rankings.
But Chelsea hasn't played. Did Chelsea play? They haven't played.
They drew.
They drew goalless.
Oh yeah,
they played goalless. Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I'm looking. I think it's going to be between City and Liverpool. I was really impressed with that guy, Tijani Reinders. Yeah, man, that guy was phenomenal. He did a Paul Scholes-esque lob for one of the goals. and he was absolutely fantastic. You know, he
was.
for me, that guy
Chelsea's
is,
good,
I think he's going to be the player that takes them on. So I'm looking at City and Liverpool. Sunderland, I got to give a shout out to my Sunderland fans, man. Guys, well done. Top of the league.
Okay, so very quickly, Mr. Johnny, who's on your power ranking for number 1 and 2, or number 1 for this week?
Number 1 for I'll say Sunderland for real. I was like,
okay,
that's
we'll see how long they can hold it up, though.
yeah, hold it up, yeah. Sunderland.
What about you, Kool-Aid? Yeah. Power ranking. Like I said, I have Man City ranking. Sunderland. Okay, everybody's talking Sunderland. Though. What was the score? What game did they play? I missed
3-0.
it.
3-0. Ahmad West Ham.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
Sunderland
Man City technically won 4-0, but Sunderland to come from Division 1 and top the league. Well, they're not top the league, but they're in Champions League position.
All right. Okay, Mr.
Like you're doing the quadruple.
Mr. Wari, who do you have as the number 1 team in England right now, based on form?
I'll give it as Sunderland.
Sunderland. We have to do a show on Sunderland. Okay. All right. What about you, Afolabi?
Well, I would say Man City. Most of these promoted teams, they always have one of them that does very well. And Sunderland has done that. But what I feel is that as the games go on, we would see if they're durable enough to stay in the Premier League. Look at how Ipswich started last season. So let's not get carried away with Sunderland.
The good thing about Sunderland is they don't have to worry about Champions League.
Nottingham Forest started strongly again.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So this has been I have to head to work, but this was a great show. So hopefully we'll be back again to do this again, same time on Sunday. Take us out this time, Mr. Afolabi.
Yeah, it's been a brilliant football show. I've been discussing Arsenal, Manchester United, and the games that went down this weekend. I'm from Rotola, Warif, Mr. Johnny, Kule, Mustafa, and myself. We'll be back again during the week or possibly next week. Have a wonderful evening.
You must be taking that Chinese medicine to help memory to say all the names at the end. All right, Chinese herbs. Okay, thank you guys. Good one. Okay.